Hey guys, this is Vignesh here. Thanks for stopping by. So, in this new playlist, I'm going to talk about the tool called GitGuardian, which has a variety of benefits to the end user and as well as an organization level. So, as part of this playlist, in the very first video, I'm going to talk about a tool called GGShield CLI, which is mainly a tool, a subordinate tool that is provided by GitGuardian. So I'm going to walk you through the blog post which I created some time back. So let's get started. Okay, so what is the main goal of this topic is about? You see, as a test automation and as a DevOps executive or engineer, you can see you can witness a lot of test credentials like passwords, web tokens, and client credentials are pasted all over the scripts. And by the time when you're creating the script, you may not be aware of the potential risk that is having, right? So so when your company or when your client vendor as enforces any code scanning tools such as GitGuardian, SonarQube, or Code Scan, it will evaluate all the codes in your repositories line by line until potentially if suppose you had any incident, if suppose you had any secret exposed in your repository, it will make you really trouble, right? So in this tutorial we are going to see how to be very careful from the committer perspective, and how to refrain from committing those credentials such as secrets and test passwords and other stuffs even before committing our code. So there is a concept called as a pre-commit hook. We'll talk about slowly in the upcoming session. Okay, so let's talk about this topic. This is a blog post that I have written, so I'm just going to go over this blog post topic by topic. So okay, so first topic is secret. What is secret? Any sensitive information, right? So any sensitive information that should not be exposed to the outer world, right? The secrets are what? Secrets are such as authentication credentials, or API keys, or usernames, or certificates, or even any encoder tokens. Those are all called as a secret, right? So, okay, a secret is a secret, and you have committed the secret into your code, right? So, what are the threats of exposing the secret? See, the threats are multiple and the threats are many, right? So, suppose imagine you have a token of bearer token for your application, and that bearer token you got by passing this credentials, client credentials with the basic authentication, right? So at that time, what will happen? This bearer token has some expiry time. So in between those expiry time, user can hit the API as many as time, right? So some of the API tokens are very short lived, like it will expire in 12 hours or it will expire in 1 hour as such. But some of the tokens are not even they're going to expire. So some of the things are live bound. If you want to if you want to ask me, like some of the tokens such as GitHub pat tokens, and if you provide this role, and if you create a GitLab pat token or GitHub pat token with no expiry, so whenever wherever you're using this pat token, it will going to fetch your details from the git, right? So those are all those are all opens the door for the security attack, right? So at that point, any unauthorized user can gain access to your system, right? So what will happen if in case your secret is shared across multiple people, like you cannot get a control, and you sometimes it will also bound to this unauthorized access and gain access to your secrets and your coding terminology, which other people can also use, right? So the most of the internal systems are not suitable place to store the sensitive information. Even those if your systems are private, like even those if the GitHub or GitLabs are tend to stay inside your organization, we cannot put the sensitive information just as an open string or open text, right? So what is GitGuardian? So GitGuardian is a tool that monitors Git repository around the clock for your secrets and for your sensitive information, and it can catch these leaks and intrusions by any means of accidental commits or anything as such. It will also work as a pipeline tool. It's a pipeline gate to also refrain people from committing those secrets. It is a kind of an infrastructure bound tool where you can also set any policies on this GitGuardian. We can also talk about this GitGuardian in a separate video where we can configure our code specific settings to make that work more as powerful, right? So what of this GitGuardian? What is the main beauty of this GitGuardian is, as of now, the GitGuardian it is running as a freelance project for the personal user, and you can also utilize this free version for any Git repositories such as GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket, any as such extra. So in this case, I had set up my GitGuardian workspace already as a personal user, and I also linked my GitHub repository into my workspace. We'll see these setups in the upcoming videos in our playlist, but in this today's session, we will mainly focus about the GGShield and its work behind. Okay, so if you want to also see the pricing and the frequently asked questions, how to set up this GitGuardian, blah blah blah, you can also follow these links here. Okay, coming to the GGShield, how to use this GGShield. GGShield is basically a CLI application that you can also run your environment in local and as well as CA. It'll also help you to detect more than 350 kind of secrets, and as well as the potential vulnerabilities, and as well as any policy breaking incidents, such as if suppose you have randomly, if you are accidentally added these keys or any private or pub keys into your repository, it will block you from committing those secrets into Git, right? So you can also follow this link to get to know more about this G Shield. Okay, so we have talked a lot about GG Shield and GitGuardian. What's a pre-commit hook? Mainly the pre-commit hook is nothing but a client-side Git hook that runs whenever you are committing this code, right? So whenever you are committing the code, whenever you are attempting to commit any code, before even it is reaching to the Git in your local, it will first check the pre-commit hooks. You can put a number of pre-commit hooks. It will first check the pre-commit hook and it will run through your code. Only if your condition met, it will go to a Git local, right? So this is what the pre-commit hook, as a name suggests, it is a hook that is pulled on a pre-commit. Okay, so it is the GGShield is something that runs on top of GitGuardian token and secret. So it won't even allow you to commit the code if it detects something. Okay, so this is, as you can see here, this is just an example of what I had done and what it has shown. I tried to add this test key, and then as soon as I hit this commit, it will immediately show, and it will immediately show me you are doing some token that is not that should not be in your code repository. And not only that, it will also tell what is that kind of token. You see, somebody had tried to commit this Slackbot token. It had not only found that it is a token, it has also found this is Slackbot token. So this is what we had already seen. This detects more than 350 types of secret. Right. So coming to this installation part, which is a step one, we are going to install this Python in our system and add it to the path. So let's go. Install Python. Always choose the respective environment you have. In this case, I'm having Windows, so I'm going to download this Python 3.1.1. Can also choose any latest version or any lower version, but not lesser than 3.6, I believe. There we have going to select this Windows installer. It's going to download. Okay, it is downloaded successfully. Now I'm running this setup file. Okay, so in this place, in the setup front page, You can also have an option to set this Python using to your path. If you wish to do this while the setup phase, you can also select this. In this case, I am selecting this particular option. I'm going to install this in standard path. I don't want to customize this installation. So setup is going. All right, so the setup is successful, and we'll simply close this thing. Okay, so and before that, we're going to open our command prompt to make sure the Python is installed successfully. Let us check, and yeah, I think you can see here the Python is installed successfully, and it's showing the version 3.1.1. Okay, so let's move to second step, installing the pre-commit using the pip. So basically we have so as soon as we install this Python, we can install any other additional Python plugins using this command line prompts. So in this case, we are going to directly use this Python packager to install this pre-commit. Okay, so I had installed this pip pre-commit using this command pip install pre-commit. As you can see here, it downloaded automatically, and also it installs successfully. Okay, let's move to this third step, creating a pre-commit config YAML file in your repository. So, and before that, if suppose you're having the repository on your own test repository, you can also try that. So in this case, I'm having my own repository here, which I particularly created for this test, and this is only to validate this pre-commit hook. As you can see here, it has some list of JSONs and other environmental file. We'll talk about that in the later point of time. Okay, so I'm going to clone this into my local. Let me do that. I'm going to go here, go to code, go to clone, click this HTTPS, open the Eclipse, click import the project. You can also import this from Git project with smart import, clone URI. As you can see here, it is automatically pasted my repository. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just click next. I'm going to click next. I'm going to do this branch. It's downloading. Go click the finish button. As you can see here, the Java is already downloaded inside here. As you can see here, inside this Java project, inside this GitGuardian demo source folder, we have a default package and we have the class with secrets, right? So as of now, this is my local Git project. So I'm going to locate this in the System Explorer. There you go. It should be in the Git folder. Yeah, correct. So yeah, let us come to the blog post. See the step 3. We have to create a file pre-commit config YAML file in your repository root path. All right, as I suggest, we're going to create a file inside this root. Click new, create text document, and the file name should be dot pre-commit config YAML. So make sure you are not removing this dot file. The dot file is mainly for the hidden folders or hidden files, right? Okay, I'm going to click F2, Control A, please. Yes, that's done. Okay, so we have successfully created the YAML file, and the content should be repose and hooks. So this is what the setting for a pre-commit. So this is right now it is configured in a local manner, which means the repository which is there inside this particular folder will always go via this stage, this commit stage. So in that commit stage, it will run this GGShield and it will run this hook. That's what the meaning is all about. So I'm going to copy this once again. I'm going to go into this notepad, paste, and click save. All right, so now this YAML file is successfully pasted over here. Okay, coming to this blog, as you can see here, this is what I have done, these steps. And git. So check whether your system is having this git enabled or not. In this case, I don't have this git installed in my system. Let me go and download git bash download for Windows. I'm going to select Windows. This time it should come up with the exact. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to, okay, this looks like we already have this git, no problem. I'm going to install it in the same place. Let me overwrite these things. There are a lot of options. Okay, there you go. The installation is successful. Let me finish this. Let me go to the black box once again. So now the next step is open the git bash from your project root folder and execute the below command. So now we have already installed this pre-commit, but we have not installed this pre-commit in this particular project, right? Because we haven't installed this pre-commit in a global manner, so we have to install this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go inside the same git folder in the root, right click. As you can see here, you can see this git bash and git GUI options are present here. I'm going to click this git bash here, so it will quickly open the git bash command prompt from this folder. So I'm going to type pre-commit install. So what we'll do is it will install the pre-commit into the hooks folder, as you can see in the screenshot. Once we do this, it has to push those commit hooks into the git folder. Let us see. So I did paste, and then the paste. Oh, this is okay. Let me type it out. Okay, as you can see here, the pre-commit install for this particular git project inside this start git folder. Okay, let us go there and see what is there inside that folder. We can see this start git folder is present. Let us go inside, and you can see here all the files have been pasted over here, and you can also see this pre-commit file is also created, so which indicates that we had successfully completed this step as such, right? So this part is completed. Okay, let us go to this blog post. Once this is completed, we are going to also install. So now we have done this pre-commit install, and we are going to install this GGShield, right? We are also going to install the GGShield, and we are also going to set up the GGShield against your repository. So first you'll do, first you'll try to install this pip GGShield install to the command line. Let me paste it over here. Let me install. Oops, I think the GGShield is not taking. Let me do it. I think the command is wrong. Instead of GGShield, after I paste the GGShield before. So now there you go. Okay, so as you can see here, this also installed the GGShield. So this part is completed, and the next step, the next important step, is to authenticate your GGShield credentials. And there are multiple ways you can put your token. You can also authenticate through command line. It will go to the web page and it will ask for the credential, and it will automatically store the credentials against your user. And there is one more option. You can also go to the GitGuardian and you can grab your token, and you can go to your environment variable. You can also add there, and you can also call there. So there are options for this particular tutorial. Okay, so as you can see here, I had already authenticated my token in the previous session, which I had did for practice. So it is now showing that the GGShield is already authenticated without an expiry date. So so all you have to do is open the git bash in the same folder and then run this command GGShield auth login. It will directly go to the your default. It will directly go to your default um, website, and it will ask you to enter the credentials. And once you enter the credentials for the particular GitGuardian, so listen guys, so this, if you want to do it, you have to first go to the GitGuardian and you have to sign up as a personal user, and then you can also create your pad token there, as I said before. And if you miss to do that, you come here, and if you do that, it will automatically land you to that particular page. So once you did that, it will automatically register you as an authenticated user. So this part is done. Let me know in the comments, like, if you want to create a separate session on how to create this project and how to configure this in the GitGuardian. We'll have a separate video. Okay, coming to the next step. So we're going to navigate to the repository root path and open the git bash and install the GGShield. As I said before, the GGShield is installed. The GGShield is installed and the GGShield is authenticated. But we have to install this. We have to attach this GGShield against the Git repository, right? So what we have to do, I'm going to close this command prompt. Okay, so now I'm in the same folder where I'm going to type this command GGShield install. So this part is very important. Listen guys, so there are two types of installation. The first one is global, where you don't have to do this GGShield install for every repository you have. Suppose you are working in a multiple projects in your organization, and if you want to do it for every project like this, it will be a little bit tedious, and it is an indirect route, right? So instead, GitGuardian also provides a way to install this in a global manner, which means any repository that you have in your machine, it will scan the code whenever you're doing the commit. So that is a different topic. For now, I'm going to stick to this local, since we have only the personal local we have only this personal user access, right? So I'm going to install it through local. So I'm going to hit this command, and then so immediately you can see here the pre-commit hook is already exist. Use force. The reason why is I had already set up this pre-commit hook in that one. That is the reason, I believe. You see this one, the pre-commit is already exist in the hook. So now I'm going to override this pre-commit, right? So we are going to use this command called as force. As you can see here, this is updated just in a moment. I'm going to come out of this thing. Let me go to this blog post. So everything is done. Alright guys, now it's time for some real action. So as I already told you, like, you can also use your test project which you have created in your local, and you can also insert any base64 type encoded tokens into the file and try to commit that one. And for this current scenario, I have taken this Git repository which I hosted for this particular purpose. You can also feel free to clone this repository into your local and test that one. But make sure you are never ever doing this testing in your live project. Don't ever do that. If suppose you are not configured this configuration in a correct manner, it would put you in a risk of exposing any kind of risk into your Git remote repository. That is not encouraged by your organization, I suppose. Okay, let's come to this point. Now what I'm going to do, as I instructed in this blog post, I'm going to go into my Eclipse. As you can see here, this is the temporary class file I have created. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make some changes in this base64 any kind of string, right? So which I had already copied some kind of a base64 token from here. And if you want some test base64 tokens, you can go to this base64encode.org and you can create your own token by entering this text, and it will automatically convert this to the base64 token. Or else if you can also do this by going to this canarytokens.org. which will provide you some real AWS keys over here. Okay, so for this moment I already copied. Let me come here, let me change this. Let us take an example of this base HTTP token, right? I'm going to paste this base HTTP token over here. Check it. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this file, and the next step would be going to the blog post, and once I did that, all I'm going to do is open the git bash and try to commit this file. Okay, let us go into our git repository, open the git bash from here, and then so I'm going to add this file. You know what this file is? It is class with secrets java, right? So I'm going to add this class with secrets dot java. So I'm going to add this using the relative strategy. So now the file is added for staging. Now it's time to do the commit, right? So I'm adding this test pre hook over here. So as soon as I hit this enter, it should run this pre hook, and in the pre hook we have GGShield, and the GGShield is directly integrated to the GitGuardian, right? So all of the things should work integrated together, and it should throw me an error stating that you are trying to commit an a token or a key, right? So let us go and see. I'm trying to hit the enter over here. It should analyze the commit. Now we can see here. It was saying an incident is detected in your Java file, and it is saying it is a generic high entropy secret, and it's also showing this line where it is there, right? So we are trying to put our token in line number 11, right? So as it instructed here, it is also saying how to remediate this action. And so there are a couple of instructions that you can also do, and you can also do this skipping. Let's suppose you are voluntarily adding this token into your git repository, which you don't do obviously, but some other reason, if it is showing the same secret again and again, you wanted to get rid of that one, you can also do the skip. And you can also omit, bypass the pre-commit hook as well. So there are some list of instructions which you will obviously see in the upcoming sessions in the playlist. So with that note, this particular video is coming to an end. Feel free to post your questions in the comments below. I'll be happy to help you guys, and in the later session we'll also see how to deal with this GitGuardian, and how to deal by removing this secrets on a whole. Suppose if you have committed this secrets already into your repository, what are other options you do to remove this completely out of your repository? Those systems will be coming forward, and I'm happy to help you all these things. So until then, take care. Bye bye.